Hey, what's up everybody? It's Dan Su here with more Stormbound. So the developers just released new patches, and I think that Swarm is going to be really strong with the new change to Vindicators, which lets it deal extra damage when attacking the enemy base in addition to regular units. So I think with that change, Swarm actually has the power to be dominant in the early game and then have a very reliable finisher in the late game. And so we can expect to see even more Swarm than we did before. So this is my version of the deck list, and let's see how it does. Alright, going up against Ludo88. So he's actually not rank 1 just yet, so he's going to have to get past us. Okay. So I think that this is the highest strength play we can make. So pretty much all 4 kingdoms were buffed except for Winter, which took a couple nerfs. And so I think that Ironclad and Shadowfen might have a little bit of room to develop new decks. But the problem is, I think that with Swarm becoming more dominant, Shadowfen won't be as strong because their toads are just going to be naturally weaker. And so I think that the best deck for combating Swarm would be Winter, because even though they got nerfed in even though Frost Hexers got nerfed, I think that they're still possibly the best deck, unless Vindicators turns out to be even better than I think it is, which I already think it's pretty good. I really want to just Vindicators to hit both of these, but that's not actually that high strength of a play. Yeah, okay. Unfortunately, we drew North Sea Dog and First Mutineer in that way, but this is okay. So, I actually considered playing First Mutineer first and then discarding something, and then playing North Sea Dog last to get the bonus. But the thing is, even though that would be a net higher strength play, I wanted to kill all of his units on the board, so that's the only play I could make. Okay, so that was pretty quick and easy. I think that it ended up just being that we had higher level cards. I want to give you guys a demonstration where we make an attempt at a rush at the beginning, and then before the opponent can stabilize, we just blow them out with Vindicators. Okay, up against Zero Bass something. We have a decent hand to open with. Okay. I don't know if we want to chuck West Wind. Yeah, let's chuck it. Okay. So, here we go. I was hoping to roll into Gifted Recruits, but this is pretty acceptable. Interesting play. He has a level 4 personal servers. And we're just going to fill up his base. Here we go. So next turn I might actually need to come back down and handle this West Wind Sailors, which is going to be unfortunate. Yeah, so I think that Ironclad actually got buffed a decent amount. They made it so that the Eloth the Ignited, they lowered his mana cost by 1 and his strength by 1. But I think that since he's giving like almost triple his strength at level 5, almost triple his mana cost worth at level 5. Oh. Okay, this is an odd play because he really can't afford... Okay. Well, I think we pretty much won. So, because we know he's Ironclad, there's no way he can clear all of our units. So we're just going to play Mischiefs next turn and win the game. Yeah, you get a lot of privilege when you play a Swarm or Winter because you're the only deck that can control whether or not the opponent's units will hit your base next turn. Like Winter can freeze and Swarm can push units. And so when you're going up against Ironclad and Shadowfen, it's really difficult for them to go toe-to-toe with you. I think that if he controlled the board more, he probably could have gotten closer to winning, just because he had a 10 strength unit, and that's like as much of a threat as having like 20 strength next to my base, because they're both just a lot of strength that I have to handle. And so at that point, the best thing to do would just be to try to stop my front line from going in. So my favorite change this patch is probably that they increased Tigor the Vengeful's strength by 1. I think that he might actually become a little bit feasible to use. Because honestly, like for two strength, he gives, or for 2 movement, he gives a lot of value. And the biggest reason why Tigor isn't viable is just because that his second ability is pretty unreliable in like any of the options. For example, it could deal a bunch of damage to a 1 strength unit, and then that would suck. Or it could spawn a unit that's just in a really far away place and not relevant. And so a lot of the times you mostly just rely on his 2 movement and then his strength. And I think that now that they increase his strength by 1, he's actually really, really strong. At level 3, he's already... Let's see what he's going to do here. Oh, he had a really bad opening hand. That's pretty unfortunate for him. But very, very good for us. So I think I'm going to clear his front line just so that he has no way of racing us. But we're definitely going to get some damage in this turn. Oh. I was banking on the fact that he doesn't have any 4 strength units to trade, but apparently he did. Oh, that's so good. Wow. Okay. That was a pretty swift recovery from his bad turn 1. All right. I'm hoping to get back that satyr that gains strength. No such luck. Okay, but will he have another 4 strength unit? That's the question. So, yeah, I think that Tigor the Vengeful is actually really strong, because if you guys watch my winter games, a lot of times I can sneak a win in just by running an Ulf the Hammer into their base. And Tigor the Vengeful has about the same stat line as Ulf the Hammer if you knock him down to 6 mana. At level 3, he's 6 mana for 6 strength, which is on par with, say, Warfront runners. And that's not even accounting for his ability at the end. Ooh, okay. So I could just try to swap and try to get Vindicators. That'd be really risky, though. It's a good thing I'm a risk taker. No, it wasn't what we wanted. Oh, that's really sad. Okay. However, this play is almost as good because we can almost definitely kill him with the Vindicators that I'm for sure going to have right about now. Where's my Vindicators? Oh, that's so weird. Did I cycle him once already? I feel like the algorithm should give me Vindicators like immediately. Oh, I might have cycled him once. I forgot. I thought that I just never drew him. Okay, but his bad opening hand made it so that we pretty much can dominate him this game. Okay. Really hoping for a Vindicators now. Or even Mischiefs. Mischiefs would be fine. Okay, instead we get this crap. So instead we have to play defensive. Hopefully we can live another turn. If we lost this game, it would be pretty tragic. Okay, so there are the 2 cards that I was looking for. And this Restless Goats actually helps us out a lot. Because even if I can only hit 1 unit with Vindicators, he's dead. Okay. He's just stalling at this point. My third chest beats me a lot of the time with this Swarm deck. I was playtesting some non-winter decks earlier, and he was just crushing me. So this is some Just Deserts. Oh, an unnamed player. That's interesting. So I think that Ironclad has a little bit more potential than Shadowfen now, since Shadowfen is going to be shut down pretty hard by Vindicators. And on the other hand, I think that... Hold on. So we don't know if he's Shadowfen, because I want to play Gifted Recruits and Green Prototypes to protect each other, like one here and then one here. But I also don't want to get blown out by... Actually, if he plays Witches of the Wild, we really don't mind. So let's do that. Yeah, there isn't a lot of AoE that can hurt this right now, because if he plays Witches, then we still have a Green Prototypes and a Gifted Recruits up here. And if he plays Toxic Sacrifice, then I guess we would lose all of our units. But on the other hand, yeah, actually we were hoping he doesn't Toxic Sacrifice. Luckily, that whole combo would cost 4 mana nowadays. Okay, so he's biting the bullet. He realizes that he's not going to kill both of these. He might as well just get some strength from Green Prototypes. Okay. Well, our Doppelbox is definitely the weakest card. So, why don't we... Then maybe we'll defend our base a little bit. So, I think we still don't know what class he is, which is weird. I'm guessing he's probably not Swarm, because then we would have seen a low mana card already. It's possible that he's Winter. It's possible that he just plays all the strong neutrals, because that's really good. Aha! But unfortunately for him, he didn't actually clear out everything. So now's our chance. We're going to put away our Swarm Crawlers. Let's get some damage in. And then I think with this one, I'm going to just try to hold the front line. Really hoping that I don't get AoE'd here. Imagine if he was running that thing that deals damage to everything at your base. That would be too nutty. Oh, here we go. It's the plays. Okay. So I think this means that we can probably win if we draw our Vindicators. All we have to do is do that. Oh, okay. I'm gonna chuck our Doppelbox. Oh no, that's not what we wanted. Okay. I think we're just gonna play defensive. I wanted the satyrs to be spawned next to the prototype so that I could get some strength off of that. So what we're going to do now is try to randomly kill him with Vindicators. It looks like it could happen. For example, we could play Vindicators to move up and hit the Rhymelings, and then maybe we'll be able to hit his base with First Mutineer. Something or other. He doesn't have Gift of the Wise this turn, unless he gets really lucky because he just used it. And so that means that he probably won't have that big of a turn. Oh, he didn't have a second movement unit. That's really bad for... Oh, no, he did. He did. And instead, he's going to use it to defend his base. Well, that's good for us. All right. So our Vindicators isn't actually going to hit the base this turn. Oh, I thought we had one more strength. Oh, no. Okay, that was a miscalculation. Well, luckily for us, that's okay. So I think what we're going to do is play this because I don't want to discard Mischiefs because that would cause us a lot of trouble. And so unless he Gift of the Wise and Ulf the Hammers this turn, he's pretty much dead. So if you guys saw the patch notes in Ironclad, they actually gave Overchargers more direct damage and less strength. And so that means that they could potentially play a very similar playstyle to this, where they play aggressive at the beginning and then try to burn the opponent away with some damage later on. Because since there's only one unit in the game that can heal your base and he costs 9 mana to play, this is a pretty solid playstyle. Even if you get board advantage, it's very hard to defend against it. Ah, okay. My third chest. We meet again. So I think I'm going to actually keep this hand. Yeah, that's right. It's me. It's me. So I kept the hand because I was hoping that I could play First Mutineer and then discard something and then play North Sea Dog for the full value. But I realized that with only 4 mana next turn, that's a really ambitious play because I would have to draw another 1-cost unit and there's only one other one in the deck. Maybe it's still worth doing. Let's cycle Mischiefs and see what we get. Okay, that's not quite what we needed. It's okay. We had the first turn, so the game is ours to win. Or rather, the game is ours to lose because we have such a big advantage. We can probably set up a strong Swarmcaller, Lawless Hero, Restless Goats next turn also. So if you guys like this Swarm deck, it's pretty much one of the 2 strategies that you can go for. I think that the other one is playing Forgotten Souls or Herald's Hymn to try to push units in, which is a bit more of like a classic Swarm style deck, because old Swarm decks did play Mischiefs for burn damage, but they didn't really use Vindicators. Okay. This is a little unfortunate. I think we're gonna... Okay, so I think we're just gonna play around his huge units because I really don't want to trade into them. I'm just gonna put enough pressure on that hopefully we can win the game before that huge-ass Swarmcaller moves to her base. Okay, we drew the Vindicators, so that's step 1. Restless Goats. I don't know if my third chest runs Forgotten Souls. I forget what his deck looks like, but I think in general he doesn't use Potion of Growth, so doesn't have too much reason to... Oh, no, maybe he does if he's trying to race me. Oh, nope. Okay, he's going defensive. Okay. So I'm going to chuck Shady Ghoul because it won't reliably put a unit next to their base. Okay, this is much better. So what I'm going to do is put recruits here. Doppelbox here. I was going to play green prototypes there, but then I figured that if he has a 2 movement unit, then it's just going to blow out green prototypes. So instead, I'm going to use it here. Okay, we got a couple more turns to live if he defends against us. I guess there's also a third version of playing Swarm where you can use the structure that they have, which is Moonlight Airy, because they recently buffed Moonlight Airy to be 5 strength. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so if he had a level 5 Forgotten Souls, we would be dead right now. But instead, we're just going to Vindicators him. Okay, well, he did what he could. Alright, so that's going to be it for this time, guys. I hope you enjoyed this Swarm deck. We don't even run Ubis the Hunter in it, so it's not that expensive to build, I think. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and next time I'll probably be experimenting with some Ironclad or Shadowfen shenanigans because I think that there is a little bit more to do there. Alright, peace out.